Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Today is green eggs and ham day, so we're supposed to wear green, so I just went with my dress and all my green jewelry. I will read green eggs and ham, but I'm not doing any big Susie activities this week because we're doing report card testing, so I can't fit it all in. Today, for sure, after school, I'm going to be setting up the science lab. Now, yesterday I was going to do it after school. My team teacher's daughter was sick, so she was home, and I didn't feel comfortable leaving that guest teacher with the late dismissals because it's a little weird, and I wanted to be there if she had problems, and so I felt better about just kind of hanging around my room. So I got everything collected that I need to take to the room before I left yesterday, though. So all I'll need to do is just run it down to that room, and then I can set things out on the tables and have the little lab things ready to go for tomorrow. So I checked on our schedule that I made on Google Docs to see if anybody had signed up for today, and nobody had. So went ahead and blocked off the day and just put setup day on it. And it's going to work out great. So the first one that's scheduled is tomorrow, at, I think 11. I don't know for sure. Sometime tomorrow. So it'll be set up today after school, and it'll be all ready to go. Spring break is the week after next. So the week of St. Patrick's Day, the 16th through the 20th, is our spring break. Jeremy Michael Book spring break is next week. So yay, Jeremy, enjoy your time off. You deserve it. You need it. Have fun with it. I'm sure you'll probably be working in your kitchen the whole time, but hopefully you can go off and have some fun too. All work and no play, you know. Oh, so today, again, all things camping. So the kids will rotate to a new station today. A different group will get to read in the tents. We don't have any visitors coming today. I don't have anything different in my schedule. It's all normal. So kids will be working on continuing their drafting of their informational reports. Several of them got a lot done yesterday, so they won't have much to do in the way of drafting, and then they'll be ready for editing. For our math intervention time today, we're doing a problem-solving book. So it's a St. Patrick's Day themed word problem book that I found in a resource that I had on a flash drive from years ago. So I'm so excited that I found that. And it's perfect because we're working on addition and subtraction problem solving right now. So they'll have to use their cube strategy where they circle the numbers, they underline the question, they box the keywords, they evaluate and eliminate unnecessary information, and then they solve the problem. So these booklets are going to be great. So the three groups of us that are doing the same skill are doing these books today. And I made little cubes bookmarks for each student to use so they have it right in front of them. And we'll just go through it together, one page at a time. It will take the entire intervention time today for sure, because there are, I want to say 6 pages, 5 pages, 6 pages. And some of the problems are multi-step, which is good. They're not high numbers, but they're multi-step problems. So I intentionally chose lower number problems for them because this is an intervention group and we are working on the skill of addition and subtraction within 20. And so I didn't want the problem solving to be tricky with the numbers. It needed to fit within what we've been teaching. My reading intervention group is going to start working on silent letters. So all of my students in my group finished the lesson I assigned to them, and they showed me how they did. And the lowest I saw was 86%, which is really good. So they're getting the R-controlled vowel concept really well. Very happy about that. I don't have any high school helpers coming today. My helper came yesterday, and she got to experience the joy of Cat in the Hat coming to visit our classroom. So it was an upper elementary student that was Cat in the Hat, and she brought with her 2 other upper elementary students that were Thing 1 and Thing 2. And they were not crazy over the top. They were just kind of silly, and they were bopping each other with rubber balls and pool noodle things. And they didn't wind my class up like some years have been where they just went crazy over the top. So it was kind of nice. And then we had 5th graders that came to visit us, and they read with students, so they kind of grouped up. They had 21, I think, 5th graders, but I only had 16 of my 2nd graders because some of my kiddos were sick. But we just kind of doubled up. on some of the 5th graders, and it worked out just great. So yeah, we had a really nice time with visitors yesterday. All right, I didn't check in yesterday at lunch because I was just super busy, but there's a lady walking across, one of our subs. I should be able to check in with you today at lunch because I'm not going to be as crazy busy, I don't think, as I was yesterday, because I think I have myself more in order because it's not Monday now. Okay, I'm trying to get myself straightened up in the parking space here because there's a concrete block thing here. All right, I will talk to you later. Oh my goodness, I just have a minute, but I had to share the most incredible thing that just happened. So every time I drop my kids off for lunch, I always go to the office and check my teacher box and say hi to the secretaries and whoever else is in there. Then I come back up to my room and I talk to you and I eat my lunch, and then I go get my kids and finish off my day. Well, earlier today, I had seen through the window of the office these 2 beautiful pineapples. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go in there and be like, oh, if these disappear, don't come looking in my room, and just joking around and stuff. So I started to do that at lunch. I said, oh, if these disappear. And the secretary goes, oh, those are yours. And I went, what? So here's the story. A nice grandmother came in and said, I want to leave these for Mrs. Bond. And she wouldn't give her name and she wouldn't give the student's name. She just wanted to do something nice for me. And I was like, oh my goodness, that is such a sweet thing to do. I could hardly believe it. I was like, oh my gosh, I wish I could thank her. So thank you, whoever you are, sweet lady. I love them. I'm putting them on display so we can all enjoy them. Also, I will make sure that I pay your kindness forward to someone else and make them feel special too. So thank you so much. That is so sweet, and you touched my heart. Okay, I'm gonna go get on with my day, and I'll catch back up with you later, and I should be able to show you the science lab when I get it all set up. So I'll check back with you then. Hello, good afternoon. It's like 4:45 and I'm headed home. I am so tired. I did some stuff to set up the science lab, but it's not completely ready. So I will show you when it's all set up. I don't have the sand down there, and I don't have like the masking tape and the pencils, just little things, and the water jugs. I did fill those up today after school, but after schlepping up and down the stairs a few times, I'm just done. I could not do anymore. I just wanted to go. So I didn't even get the kids' pencil pouches all sharpened. I checked them all for pencils, but I just couldn't sharpen them all because I had to sharpen a ton of pencils for the science labs. I did make a couple of signs for the tables so they will know which ones are the flood tables, which ones are the erosion tables. So mostly I need to ask a custodian if they can take the sand down for me. But other than that, most of it is set up. I do have the pans out, and I have measuring cups and the little styrofoam cups and some other stuff. But like the big things are not down there because they're very heavy. And I need a little bit of help with that. So we'll see what happens with that. So I have one person signed up to do the labs tomorrow. I will make sure that everything is all set up for the one class. I was thinking I might just take enough sand and water for the one class and then take the rest of it later. Because, yeah, I'm just feeling really wimpy and just tired and worn out from all the things. I was able to get one report card assessment done today and graded for the kids that were there. I had three that were gone. So I need to catch them when they come back. And then we started practicing finding the main idea and details in the passage. So I have made 2 practice passages and an assessment. And they all look the same. They just have different passages, of course. So we did one about winter today. We will do one about snow tomorrow. And then on Thursday, I can do the assessment that's about St. Patrick's Day. And it's a very familiar format to my class, but the other classes have not necessarily done this format before, and that is why I made practice pages so that everyone can have the same skill set and be familiar with what it looks like. So I think my students did really well picking out the main idea and the details in the passage. And then they had to, as an extra thing, find the bold word. Like today's was migration, and then they had to write the definition because it was in the passage. So that doesn't really have a lot to do with the main idea and details as much as it does with using text features, which goes along with our text features assessment. So that's just another bonus thing. Could not get to my green eggs and ham book quickly enough, so I just showed it on YouTube. I showed the read aloud of it. And where was I going with that? Tomorrow's Wacky Wednesday. So we will be reading Wacky Wednesday, and we're wearing wacky whatever, wacky clothes, wacky whatever. And in my class, and some of the other classes, some of us are all, not everyone's doing it, but some of us are doing like extra things each day. So tomorrow's thing is bring a pillow. So they can bring a pillow for reading time. They loved having their blanket today. That was today's thing, a blanket. Monday's was bring a stuffed animal. Oh, and my students filled up the reward jar like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I don't know. And they've been working on their second reward jar. And they're like, when are we gonna have our party? I'm like, I'm thinking Friday. What do you think? And they're like, yeah. So I'm not doing a big wild blown out anything this Friday because we're doing kind of little snippets of our camping thing every day. So Friday's just gonna be like basically same old, same old. So I said we can do that. What was it? Electronics, pajamas, blankets, and pillows day. Which I'm like, that's good. That's just you bring stuff. You bring stuff and I give you time to use it. So they can lay on their blankets, in their pajamas, on their pillows, doing their electronics. And I only do like 15, 20 minutes. Because really that's all the time we have. So they will enjoy that though. That'll be a nice little kind of relaxing time for them. I'm going to let them do that after lunch on Friday. They just come in and get their things out. And then at the end of the time, we'll clean up, pack up, get everything put away. And then it'll be time for our awesome reading teacher to come and do a lesson with us. And then it'll be time to go home. So that'll be a nice way to end off the day and end off the week. So, it's our second 5-day week. Yep, no snow in the forecast at all this week. It's supposed to be like in the upper 50s and low 60s this week. So that's exciting. Today when I took my students to recess, it was 58 degrees. Yeah, it was really nice not having to get dressed in their bulky winter coats. And they had a really nice time in the sun. And then some of the kids came in and went, it's so hot. And I'm like, our buildings instructional coach and I have been talking about some things, and she just kind of walked down with me to recess. And she heard that, and I looked at her and I went, wow, I wonder what it's going to be like when it's actually hot. And she's like, yeah, it's like 60 degrees. I'm like, yep, that sunshine really got them. Funny kids. Oh, update on the pineapple gifting. I found out who that came from. So I was showing my students the pineapples and the little necklace that came with it. And I told the students the situation about it, and one of my boys said, oh, I strung most of those beads. And I went, oh, did you make that necklace? He goes, yeah. And my grandma got the pineapples. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet. So I know who you are now, and I'm going to thank you properly since I know who you are. That was so sweet. So I put them outside on my little desk where I put a display. And my students were like, that's a great place for that because it can go for spring and summer. And I said, I think so too. It looks really good out there. Now, I'm afraid they might get knocked over though, and I don't want them to get banged up, but I wanted to display them so the kids could see them. So whenever the camping thing is over, I'll probably move them to inside the classroom so they're a little more secure and safer. Students tend to bump into that desk as they're going in and out the door. I don't know, they just misjudge the distance or the amount of space between them and the desk, I guess. They cut the corner. But kids are constantly knocking stuff off of there, knocking the fabric off and everything else. And I'm like, guys, watch Mrs. Vaughn. I go in and out, in and out, in and out. I'm like, hey, look at that. I didn't have any trouble at all running into the desk. Maybe we need to open the door a little farther. Maybe that would help. So, I don't know. I think they're just in a hurry and they don't pay attention to where they are. It's just funny because you hear thunk. Like, oh, somebody ran over the desk again. Pretty silly. So when I have my snowman out there and the scarecrow, because it's reversible, I would constantly hear a thunk. And I'm like, oh, somebody knocked over the snowman again. And I'd hear, sorry. I'm like, it's okay. Just pick it up, please. Silly people. Ugh, okay, so I'm gonna go home and figure out my life. I'm gonna make sure I've got all my ducks in a row for the science labs. Make sure I have my materials ready for whatever else I'm doing tomorrow. So I've got my power hour things ready, my math intervention time. That's gonna be the problem solving review thing that we're doing for the next 2 days. We won't have reading intervention tomorrow, and when we come back on Thursday, we're going to work on homophones. So there's an iReady lesson on homophones, and I thought it'd be cute if we had time, because it's not a very long lesson, to make a little like thing that goes with it. And so there's this thing I found, and it's like a pair of pears, and it's, you know, the homophones, and it's a fruit pear, but it's a pair of them. And I think you write homophone pairs on the pears. I think that's right. So I was talking to the TpT teacher that I am doing the same skills with, and I said, didn't I send you a picture of like a pear thing to do with homophones like a few weeks ago? And she's like, I think so. I said, you want to do that to go with the homophone lesson? And she's like, yeah. I said, okay, I'll get that ready. She's like, I can get that ready too. And I said, okay, I just need to like find it. I'm not sure if I've purchased it or not. It's a teachers pay teachers thing. So I need to go on there. I don't think I paid for it or anything yet. But it's in my wish list probably. So that'll be a cute little thing. That'll give us time tomorrow to get it ready for Thursday. We don't have plan time on Thursday, so we got to think ahead, because we're doing data teaming so we can know if we need to move kids in and out of intervention groups. So that'll be something that we work on pretty much the whole time. Boy, for not having after school duty, I've sure kept myself plenty busy, which is good. Getting things done. All right, I'm gonna go get home and get myself together for tomorrow, and then just collapse on the couch for a little bit until my husband comes home. And then we'll just eat dinner, maybe watch a little bit of TV. I think I want to go to bed early tonight. Maybe I can get up earlier and get to school a little earlier and get some things done earlier. That would be really nice. All right, I will talk to you in the morning.